The underground soil secret that changes everything is something most gardeners walk on every day without realizing its power. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment below telling me what you're growing this season, because what we're about to cover will completely change how you feed your soil and how your plants respond. This is not theory, hype, or trendy gardening talk. This is the hidden system beneath your feet that decides whether your garden struggles or explodes with growth. What most gardeners think soil is versus what soil actually is makes all the difference. Most people think soil is dirt mixed with compost and fertilizer, but healthy soil is a living underground ecosystem. The real secret is not what you add on top, but what is already happening below the surface. Healthy soil is alive with bacteria, fungi, protozoa, nematodes, earthworms, and microscopic organisms that work together in a food web. When this underground system is active, plants feed themselves. When it's dead, no amount of fertilizer can fix it long term. Why fungal networks are the real engine of productive soil? The most powerful part of this underground system is fungi, especially mycorrhizal fungi. These fungi attach themselves to plant roots and extend thousands of tiny filaments called hyphae deep into the soil. A single teaspoon of healthy soil can contain miles of fungal threads. These threads pull water, phosphorus, calcium, zinc, and trace minerals from areas roots can never reach. In exchange, the plant feeds the fungi sugars created through photosynthesis. This exchange can increase nutrient uptake by up to 40% and drought resistance by more than half. How soil disturbance silently destroys this underground advantage. Every time soil is aggressively tilled, dug, or flipped, fungal highways are ripped apart. That damage can take months to rebuild. This is why gardens that are constantly disturbed often look hungry and tired even when fertilized. Reducing disturbance is one of the fastest ways to wake soil up. Instead of digging deep, loosen only the top 2 to 3 inches when needed, and allow roots and organisms to do the rest of the work below. So, why does organic matter feed life instead of plants directly? Well, compost, leaf mold, and organic residues don't actually feed plants on their own. Instead, they feed microbes, which is pretty fascinating. Those microbes in turn release nutrients in plant-available forms at just the right rate for what plants need. A simple ratio to keep in mind is this. For every new bed or planting area, it's best to apply 1 to 2 inches of finished compost on the surface, either once or twice a year. Don't mix it in deep. Just let rain, worms, and microbes pull it downward naturally. This approach really mimics how soil builds itself in nature. Now let's talk about how root exudates control nutrient flow underground. Plants are actually quite active in managing this underground world. Their roots release sugars, amino acids, and enzymes, which are known as exudates. These signals tell microbes exactly what nutrients to release and when to do it. When soil biology is healthy, plants can basically order food on demand. This is actually why synthetic fertilizers can reduce soil health over time. When nutrients are force-fed, plants stop feeding the microbes, fungi populations shrink, and the whole underground system can collapse. Using mulch as a biological shield and energy source is honestly a bit of a game changer. Mulch isn't just decoration, it's food, insulation, and protection for the underground ecosystem. A good mulch layer should be about 2 to 4 inches thick, using things like straw, shredded leaves, dried grass clippings, or wood chips around perennials. Always keep mulch about 1 inch away from stems. This layer helps regulate temperature, conserves moisture, and slowly feeds fungi and bacteria as it breaks down. Gardens with consistent mulch almost always outperform bare soil beds. So, how simple liquid biology jump-starts dead soil fast? If soil has been heavily damaged by chemicals or, years of neglect, biology really needs a jump start. A simple compost tea can help. Just mix 1 shovel of finished compost with 5 gallons of non-chlorinated water. Then add 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses to feed the microbes. Aerate by stirring vigorously every few hours, or by bubbling air through for, say, 12 to 24 hours. Apply this directly to the soil, not the leaves, at a rate of 1 gallon per 10 square feet. This introduces active microbes that reconnect the underground system. So, let's talk about earthworms for a moment. They're actually indicators, not the solution themselves. Earthworms don't create healthy soil all on their own. Instead, they show you that biology is already working in your garden. Worms follow food and moisture, plain and simple. When you've got organic matter and microbes present, worms just arrive naturally. If you're pulling up several worms per shovel, your garden is telling you the underground system is functioning. But if worms are absent, focus on adding organic matter and moisture before worrying about anything else. Now, how do you apply this secret to different types of gardens? For vegetable gardens, just top dress your beds with compost each season and mulch right after planting. For fruit trees, apply compost in a ring, starting about 6 inches from the trunk and extending all the way to the drip line. Then cover it with wood chips about 4 inches deep. And for raised beds, don't pull out the roots at the end of the season. Instead, cut plants at soil level and let those roots decay underground, feeding fungi and opening up channels for water and air. So, what happens when this underground system is fully active? Well, your plants become more resilient, pests decrease, watering needs drop, and your yields actually increase without the need to chase after fertilizers. The soil itself becomes darker, crumbly, and rich-smelling. Most importantly, your garden becomes so much easier to manage because nature is doing the heavy lifting for you underground. If this guide helped you understand what's really happening beneath your soil, go ahead and subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this video with another gardener, and leave a comment telling me if you want a deeper video on compost, mulch, or soil biology next. This underground secret, it really does change everything once you stop fighting it and start feeding it.